Ready? You know what?
What?
It's just ridiculously easy.
If I could take you up in boom 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 boom, tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Okay, this is our first do-it-yourself video. We are currently trying to install some solar panels onto our van. The van is right there. Here's the solar panel, and right now the first thing we're going to do is before we put it up on the roof, we are just testing the panels. So I'm going to do that right now. This is a 95 watt panel. We couldn't get 100 at the store, and so we settled for 95. With dappled sun, we are getting about 4.4 amps, which is pretty good. This panel has a rating of 5.7 amps. I'll show you the bottom of these panels so you know what we're dealing with here. That's the ratings on the panels. Being our first do-it-yourself video, we might miss something and we actually might get something wrong. We technically have no idea about, we have no knowledge of electricity, and we've just been running our current system on a couple things. I'm going to show you that right now. So we'll open this up. Right now we have a bunch of stuff in here, but here is our system. We have one big battery in there, 12 volt, 200 amp hours, solid lead battery. The nice thing about that is that you don't have to deal with any acid. And then over here, and up there, over here we have our power system running to our inverter, and right now we're just getting power off the alternator. So the alternator and the battery is only charging when we are driving, but we want to install a fridge, and so we are adding solar panels today. So we're trying to give a good scrub before we put the panels on. We're going to show you how we're going to install that. Our goal is really no holes. We never like to do any holes in our van, and I think we're going to try to do the same thing today. Okay, we just looked at how the foam is going to go on there, and I think the foam's going to be a good idea. We got those runnels there. It'll provide a little bit of lift, and now we're going to measure that out here. I marked it with a little pen, so that should be pretty easy. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Yeah. Okay. So the big question on everyone's mind is really, how do we take the panels and we get them on the roof of the van? We don't want to drill any holes, and so we looked at a variety of solutions. The first solution came from our friend Dan Bland. He's been living in his van for quite a long time, and that is Sikaflex 291. Now I think Dan used Sikaflex 295, which is UV rated. But when we talked to the guy in the store on this stuff, he said that if you put this on, it's pretty much not coming off, and I don't really know if we want to commit to that right now. The second thing that we've seen online a lot is this product right here. It's called Eternabond. A lot of people use this. The big thing about this one is that when you put it on, it seems to stick. But I did see one video in where there was a little bit of water underneath the panel. Because of the runnels in the van, or the things on the top, We've also bought some weather-tight seal. It's just foam seal that'll allow the panel to just sit a little above, and I think that is going to be beneficial. I do believe that these panels need a little bit of an air gap to function properly, and I think that's what we're going to try to accomplish with that. The big thing is we do not want them coming off in the wind, and that's a big worry, but I think that the Eterna seal or the Eternabond tape is going to be the best bet for that. A lot of the videos online we saw lasting for a year. Okay, let's see how it goes.
If I could take you up in boom boom boom, boom boom, tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Oh, life could be a dream. Plans would come true. Spend my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Okay, everybody, we are almost on the road, and we had to do a little bit of work this morning, but I'm going to show you that in a second. Let's pull up here. Okay, Kim did the final touches right here on the caulking. It looks pretty good, and that's the final product. If you notice just up here, we ran the cables a little longer, and the reason for that was because we didn't want them pooling in the water. I don't think you have a big deal to do because those cables are supposed to be waterproof, but it's just something that you want to do. Another little tip is when you're connecting the battery, you might want to put a towel on the top of the roof so the charge is gone. And if you look down here, we're getting 3.1 amp hours. It's a bit 3.5 volts and 1.7 amps. It is a bit cloudy, so we're not getting a huge charge. And also kind of tells us where our battery is. It says here that it's pretty much full. Not too sure if this means that it's charging. Here, here we got a charge, and everything is looking good. That's about it. Overall, I think there's a couple things that we could have learned from the build out. Number one, you got to be organized. I think that saves a lot of time when you're looking for tools and stuff. It's easy to get frustrated. Number two, try to work well as a team. Sometimes a difficult task. And that's it. Okay, we are on the road in about an hour, so let's see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in.
If I could take you up in